saw we had 31 some odd people, and I think we've got about that for the number of people on the server, the voice server. So that's great. Everyone's paying attention. I'm sure everyone has read the race brief, so I'll just touch it lightly. But welcome back. Thanks very much for coming out and supporting the race here. A wonderful field. Really looking forward to trying out this track with so many people. Next week, we're back to the BTCCs, and the door banging action is going on there. It's Knockhill, which will be very entertaining. And I'm not going to be here for that race, so Ross is going to be your guest admin, so you'll be soothed by the dulcet tones of the Rossmeister as he takes you around Knockhill. Tonight, we've got a 60-minute race, 2 minutes, not 3 minutes, 2 minutes for the formation lap. And of course, it's 2 times fuel and tires. As usual, it's 20 minutes for the qualification. We start off with the GTs 10 minutes. I'll give a 1-minute warning. 30 seconds before the 10-minute mark, the Hypercars can start lining up. And at the 10-minute mark, that is the opportunity for the GTs to finish their lap and the Hypercars to get out there on their out lap. It's a short lapse, so just let the GTs finish if they're just ahead of you. Don't get in their way. Everyone's on Discord, and I think everyone knows the routine about push to talk or voice activation, so you don't make noise during the quali or race session. And everyone, I think, is teed up on the race aids, driver aids. What you have in your cockpit is what you get, or on the steps. Starting is, as we've been doing for the whole series, it is roll off slowly from the grid when the green light goes, and we form up in a single file, pole sitter, doing it about 100 kilometers an hour, thereabouts, the time to make it so he crosses, or she crosses, at about the 1 minute mark. There's people on track. Could you please get off the track now, or I'll boot you? Gilles and Jerry. Thank you. And so as you come around the final corner, everyone's kept more or less about a car length behind. No weaving, acceleration, or hard braking during that lap. We just want to get around in good order. And you start as you cross the start-finish line. No acceleration or passing prior to that point. Orange zone is from the start till the exit of T5, which is that final little left-hander of the Moss corner and onto the straight, which, as everyone said, the back straight isn't straight. Obviously, you're racing during that period of time, but if you get caught out in an IRR, stewards think you're guilty, you will have heavier penalties. Pitting, fueling, tires up to yourself. Hour-long race, you can figure it out what your consumption is. Just remember, going into the pit, you want to make sure you stay right as you come out of the second last turn and enter at the beginning of the pit lane, so you're well off the racing line. Don't dive in from staying on the left. Stay right and go into the pit cleanly. As you come out, the cars in the hot lap not entering the pit, stay left and be alert for the cars that are coming out. Okay. If there is contact between cars on the entry or exit pit lanes, that should be submitted as an IRR by the car in the pit lane. The pit exit, make sure you stay right through T1, especially in the presence of other cars. Okay. And there's a fairly good speed differential there, so we really have to be paying attention. In terms of other areas on the track, Moss, there's some good places for the Hypers to pass here, including the outside of a couple turns, but really bad places to pass will be T2, that over the crest downhill just after the pits. Also going through Moss Corner, that's generally a bad place for anyone to pass. And then that last couple of corners going through to start the start finish again, you really have to be careful there. So there's lots of opportunity for passing. However, Hypercars, as usual, out of the exit, not into the exit, out of the exit of the corner, not into it. And remember the blue flag. If you're blue flagged and the car that is passing you, lapping you, gets to be side by side, which is their front wheels at your head, you have to cede the corner to them, let them go through, have the line. All right. Car that is doing the lapping, make sure you're setting up for clean pass, be obvious, and everyone's just be decent drivers with each other. This is going to be a very tight track, so a little bit of patience is going to be golden for getting to the final flag. And speaking of golden, don't forget the golden rule. If you're racing with someone and you get the position unfairly, contact or running them off the road, give it back. If you think you've been hard done by somebody, you want to put an IRR, talk to them first, see if you can work it out, be comfortable with it, and if not, just look at the general competition rules about how to do it. I think everyone's clear on escape, what that means for your race, and how to rejoin a race if you have a problem. Yeah, I can clear penalties after the warm-up or during the warm-up, but once you hit race, you're on your own. And speaking of penalties, there are still some outstanding. So I hope the people you've all checked the race review committee reports and are ready to do your penalties properly. If you've got a stop and go or longer, don't do it in your pit box. You do it at the end of the pit lane on the right-hand side. Don't block the lane in case there's someone coming through on a drive-through. 3 laps to do it. We will do a pit box check to start the warm-up. Are there any questions?
No, I just want to reiterate that if you're going to be a hypercar passing outside of a GT, make sure to do it early into the corner instead of passing at the exit, as the GT cars will be tracking out and you will go into a wall.
Yeah, that's if you're doing an outside pass.
Yes. Otherwise, if you're waiting until corner exit, then you pass generally inside by getting the acceleration out.
Absolutely. Okay. Anything else? Everyone happy? All right, I'm going to flip over to the next session and we will. No, I won't.
We lost you and Jerry.
Have we done qualifying yet?
We have not done qualifying yet.
Yeah, you were last.
We are flipping to the drop.
You're on pole.
I'm really sorry.
I don't
Didn't
think
they? Just a point of order. Didn't they name the back crooked straight Andretti straight a couple years ago?
They did.
that was years ago. Like that was 25, 30 years ago.
I second that point of order.
It's anywhere from 30 to 30 years to 2 days for me when I say just the other day.
That's fair.
Some time frame.
Sorry for the delay, guys. I'm just getting back in.
I was talking about that when I was looking at my shackle bushings on my MG, thinking, can't believe that I need to replace those. I just replaced those, and I checked my maintenance book, and it was like, yeah, I did just replace them 15 years ago.
It was the most recent thing you did to the car, so therefore it was just did it.
Yeah. What you did last is what you remember first.
So a couple weeks ago, I opened the door to my Porsche, looked down, and hanging off the top door hinge was a frog. So
yeah, did you ever get the frog out? You told us this last time.
No, I have not yet gotten the frog out. I have a live catch trap set up in the car, and I have not yet captured the frog. Fastest frog in the East.
Just use a 12 gauge. It'll do it.
Inside the car?
Yeah,
I had to get my Bogani out.
Why not?
It's all your point of aim and your target.
Pedals, and it's underneath the dash somewhere.
This sounds like a Darwin Award kind of conversation. So I took my shotgun in my Porsche to get this frog, and
Yeah, so I got a frog infestation in my push, so I got the 12 gauge out.
Then I had to drive my Bentley. What a drag.
It's a specialty tool.
Specialty tool.
the shotgun is a specialty tool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, just aim in the general area and the frog will specially disappear.
I was working on a
What
Porsche
are we doing?
944 and found a...
We're waiting
for
Overton
Overton to
so I
get back
can
in
flip
the
over the race.
Taking time, do you want me to do it, Matt?
Steven, we gotta get you to pay attention, bro.
Are you admin right now?
I can be.
Well, I'm just about in.
Okay.
944, and you found a what?
Found a rat in it.
Ugh.
Live or dead?
alive.
Ah,
It was in the.
It was
in the
dead
wire.
shortly after discovery.
Oh yeah, no. Let's just say I may or may not have dropped jack on it.
You drop a jack on it?
Like
Quick-
a
quick
3-ton or
analysis.
10-ton jack. That's a big difference there.
That rat was Jack.
Just a normal, like normal jack.
He jacked off the rat.
Oh no.
Okay,
No.
please.
Mine was at least.
that would be a good, you know, like what was the slogan or the logo with the rat fink?
Fine. Pushing out, John.
Rat fink.
Yeah.
Okay,
have a
guys,
rat jack.
we're going to quali.
Oh yeah, Big Daddy Rat.
And I'll be back in a minute.
Does anyone here use the race
Okay,
lab
super
overlays?
slow, white and
I
yellow.
do.
Well, let's make sure it goes to quali before.
I got
you go
the
too far.
race lab
Yeah, you did.
relative
So
up.
you're moving to quali.
So I keep having a problem where some of the
I'm
overlays
just waiting
only
for it
one
to
will
flip over
show.
on my end.
Sometimes, yes, but I only use one at a time.
Weird.
Okay, guys.
Something.
Start factor 2. Give it a second.
Anybody getting
Look,
flickering on their screen all the time?
I just saw all the cars on the pit lane flickering.
Well, it just switched sessions, so it's
Yeah, so it's
Very
going to take
likely.
a second for it to play nice with you.
good luck, GTs. May the force be with you.
Yeah, have a good time. Everybody remember, Mike should be off.
Hey, there's a cheese car on the grid. No, Mike's in a hypercar.
1 minute. 1 minute GTs. Hypercars, you can start moving in 30 seconds. In 30 seconds, guys. GTs, you're done. Hypercars, you may start.
Just gonna let you by.
Great. I think that that should be everybody.
Man,
Hey,
I'm blind from all the sand thrown out on the track.
Matthew,
Yes, sir.
I see a car, Mike something or other, Mike Bell in a
Mike
Ferrari that keeps flashing out of position 3 and has no times.
So that was the same problem I was having. And it looked like it was like re-downloading the skin over and over and trying to find something.
I'm talking to him about it. We're figuring it out.
Yeah.
So is he
anyways,
actually participating?
He is.
I think he is, yeah. So Daniel and Mia, well done at the top there. I think Philippe picks up the hypercar pole. And when I look at the GTs, as my eyes scroll down, way down, and I'll call Rusty for those of you that know the in-joke. I've got Johnny picking up the pole on the GT3s and Mac for the AMs. So well done, guys. Nicely out there. We've got about 10 minutes of warm-up time. It says 20, but we've got 10. So what we're going to do to start with is a pit box check. All right, Eduardo.
Hey, Matt, real quick.
Sure.
For those who are seeing Mike Bell disappear and reappear, I exited R Factor 2 completely, deleted the 499 from both settings and installed vehicles, rejoined R Factor 2, and it is no longer doing it.
So
yeah, I might know why that is. I joined earlier when I was testing, and if any of you were on then, I had the wrong version skin shared, so that would be what would be causing it. So if you just
I can't hear whoever's talking.
Dealing with it. And Mike, if you want to jump out and come in, the only thing that we'd have to do is have you drive around the field because it would put you at the back, since it would be a different car, I think. It may not, since if you're talking about dropping the loose skin,
yeah.
just for this race.
I mean, obviously I'd like to use it if possible, but
yeah, maybe it might be worth. Yeah,
give
it a go.
Yeah.
If you drop the loose skin, it should put him in the same car.
Yeah, exactly. As long as we're in the same car, it won't give you a problem. Just go back out, pick that loose skin. So everybody, we're gonna do a pit box check. We're waiting for Mike. So we're all gonna have to go do a lap and then pull into your pit. So if you please do that.
For hilarity, on the replay, watch what was happening in the pits during the hypercar qualification.
Yeah, there was some snuggling.
Poor Daniel.
Yes, I was on top.
My game crashing.
I was inside a hypercar.
Don't feel too bad for Daniel. Dude got pole.
Yeah, it looks like the garage boxes are pretty close together, because I sort of had it where I was like someone was very close to my car, and then the next time I was inside a GT car, so must just be a track thing.
Pit speed has changed to 62 miles an hour.
Sorry, Jerry.
Which is the 80 kilometers an hour.
No, I
that's
just came
100.
down it at 90 something.
That's
99.
62 years 100. Oh, interesting.
It road.
Those Canadians live wild.
Whoops, I forgot we were doing pit box check and drove right past the pit lane.
It's going to be tough if you're sharing a box because it's hard to get over to the right side because of the wall.
Yeah, these
so
are
we're
pretty
just gonna
small
have
boxes.
to do as well as we can, guys.
Oh, this looks like chaos.
Ken, Scott, you are sharing with James Bowders.
I don't think Ken's on here.
So what is
Hey,
the pit
Norm.
road speed?
It's you and me, bud.
Yeah, I'm on here.
Pit speed's
Hey,
100.
get out!
You and me. Hey, Jerry, you gotta
Do
go
I-
another round.
I see somebody next to me, but I can't tell who it is.
Can you go to the swing cam?
Well, what was that all about?
I have a yellow and white.
I'm either
GT3
sharing
that's-
with JT
Oh,
or
it looks like Mia and I are
I
sharing.
think JT.
Are you in the
JT, I'm sharing with you.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
sharing
with me,
with
Storm.
Stefan Miller.
Who is with me? It's Steven here. Who is with me?
That's what he's asking you.
Let me have a look.
Nathaniel Davis.
So Mia Rose, you're sharing with
Me
Eric
and,
Jacobs.
yeah, me and Stefan are
Yes.
sharing one.
Nathaniel Davis.
Yes, that is me.
JT,
Well,
this
there's
is
lots
Stuart.
of me's in this
You
race.
and me are buddies.
I am
think you'll
Nathaniel
say yes.
Davis. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
I got you, Stuart.
Check.
So
Number 25, are you in the pit stall or are you trying to back up into the back pit stall?
Sharing with Paul, we're
Who
sharing,
is
right?
53 in the Ferrari.
George.
Probably not the same time, but call it if it is.
Yeah, it looks like Matty
Number
is.
6, is that Eugene?
Yeah. John, is that you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're sharing. I'll let you know when I'm pitting.
Okay.
Okay, Mike, you back in? Your mic's off. Mike.
Yeah, I'm loading in still.
Okay, so we're just
Loading
gonna
last
wait until. So everyone just cool your jets. We'll wait until he gets through, and we'll see where we're at.
All right. So Maddie's sharing with Norm. Paul is sharing with George. Eugene and John are sharing, so that's 2 GTs. Seems like most of the pit boxes are being shared different classes, apart from Matt and Norm and John and Eugene, and probably more.
Yeah.
Seems like there's a lot of pits in front of me that aren't even used. Maybe I'm seeing things. It's pace car way up there.
Yeah, I don't think these. I don't think these are pit stalls. Might be.
John, you're in the first pit stall.
Eugene, you looking for your pit?
No, I'm done. I'm done. We're sharing with John.
Okay, so there's still a couple cars that are making their way around.
Ken and I have the Porsche pit, the best pit.
So I think I'm sharing with Eduardo.
No one is by my side.
Yeah, I'm actually
That must
behind
get
you.
feisty.
I'm actually behind you. I think
I'm just seeing how far I can get right.
Not enough, I don't think. Not without scraping your paint off.
And now I'm overheating again.
Did you turn your engine off?
I don't even think I have that button mapped.
That would not be good.
Yeah, these cars, once you start to sit, like
I can get dead center on the guy on the right, Matthew.
Oh,
my
cool.
Pit,
All right.
My pit guy is in a place which means I'm sharing with.
So
James
whoever
and-
comes in first get dead center on the right guy.
All right. You're trusting me to remember that.
So, Mike Bell, are you sharing with James and Ken?
It seems to be. That's where the guy with the pit sign is.
I don't know. With this season I'm having, I'll be getting repairs by lap 5.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Are you
Okay,
sure
Mike,
it's
you all
not
squared
the one
away?
ahead?
Mike, you squared away?
I think so. I'm
Okay.
sharing with two other people, so I don't.
What about
I think-
Philippe?
I don't know if that's right, but
Philippe?
that's what the bloke he says it's here.
Okay, guys. So
I'm sharing
you're
with
good.
Vinicius
It's
Oliveira.
we'll start at 5 minutes to.
I'm sharing pits with Vinicius Oliveira.
Or sorry, 5 minutes left. So we will. I'll give you another 6 minutes, 7 minutes to just a little bit of warm up, and we'll flip it over at 5 minutes left.
Hey, Paul. First guy gets the guy on the right, but
Yeah,
call
okay.
it when you're coming in.
Okay.
George is laying down a smoke screen.
Don't do that.
Oh yeah, sorry, my car overheated probably on the pits.
He's crowded out here today.
Got that rush hour Canadian traffic, you know?
Pulled off now.
Oh, there's a bit of a yellow flag. Oh.
Yeah,
Cars going everywhere.
I'm sorry, I can't.
I blame it on George.
Stop. I'm sorry.
Get it out now, Hypercars.
Put it on. Hey, it was not me, JT.
Is Hypercar and Hypercar violence?
I know, but it's just so you know, it's not always me crashing.
No, it's not. Don't worry, I remind you when it is.
Okay, good.
But it's a good chance it's you.
Man, going through the GT traffic in these hypercars is like driving on I-80.
But we're nicer.
For now.
That
We'll
is
see
true.
how it is 60% of the race through after you've been passed a little aggressively too many times.
One Mustang went upside down on TS's.
I think there was a car in the real race that actually also flipped.
Ah, what things land? Yes.
Is it the BMW?
Yeah.
The 95 BMW.
Yeah.
I think it was Bill Oberlin.
Yeah, Bill Oberlin. The best part was after the race, Turner Motorsports tagged Red Bull Racing, saying that they're okay showing off their under tray.
Yeah.
Oh.
This one, Alec.
Yeah, sorry, that was a little close.
Oh, it worked good.
Saw that coming. Didn't see that coming. Lock your brakes, please, when you're spinning.
George!
Sorry.
Lock your brakes, please, when you're spinning, George.
No, I was not spinning. I was just terribly rejoining.
You say, Matthew? 5 to go.
Yes, I did.
Well, came with 105.9. I don't know what I'm doing. Whoa,
Yeah,
Florida.
I really don't.
Should I air my tires or not? I'm not sure.
Here's my practice pit stop.
They ain't let me back out. What the heck? Escape.
That's not great.
Ross, where are you going?
Over here, don't worry. It's all part of my plan. Race to 100 is bad.
Yeah, it is.
I would not want to be a tire changer.
Oh, yeah, I'm having button problems.
Not a good time to have them.
You gotta pick a side there, Vinicius.
Bag.
You don't have to do that during the race, Johnny.
Okay, guys, 5 minutes. I am moving it over. Make sure you've got your race set up all ready to go.
Nothing could possibly go wrong.
And it is 100 kilometers from the pits, right?
It is.
It was in warm up anyway.
Yeah, we'll see what the race is.
Well, usually the race is the same as the warm-up, correct? Because it happened the same day.
Hey, if you wanna trust our factor 2, go for it.
It's actually the modder that did that, which is Xenorman, so.
Yeah, but you're trusting that our factor 2 will recognize that command and implement it.
Well, I have nothing else to go by with, though.
So according to the race brief, the hypercar in the middle of the GTs will pass the GTs before the start, right?
Correct.
Yes, if you're at the back of the GTs, on the back straight, you can pass the GTs to join the hypercars.
Carefully.
GT holds which side?
GT, if you would please run on the left-hand side, let the hypercar come up to the right. Minute 30 to go.
What'd you set up?
Shouldn't we be going?
Not yet.
2 seconds.
Seems that nobody in front of me has actually showed up on the grid.
40 seconds.
How do I get rid of the exit to monitor or cancel on the screen?
Cancel.
Cancel.
Time for a quick piss?
15.
Yeah, go ahead.
Absolutely. Fill your boots, man.
That's a very fast one.
Feel the force.
In the empty beer can.
Remember, roll off slowly, guys.
Could you imagine a standing start here?
It's fantastic. World Challenge used to do it back in the day.
Of course, JD would love those crazy races.
Well, dude, the RS6 off the line. Yes. The RS6 off the line of Randy Popes is like 4 off on the grass on the left to go around cars.
I mean, an RS6 can get through the grass. Hey, we got a hypercar coming through, guys.
And the
Just wait
RS...
for the back straight, please.
Raise away somewhere the straight.
GTs go left.
On the back straight, just everybody just hang on there and wait till we get to the back straight, please, before we start adjusting positions.
He doesn't know what the
bad.
back straight is.
Yeah, he's not listening.
Yeah, I was already passing people. I'm already up to the front of the back
The
of the hypercars.
Andretti straightaway.
I'm already here, so.
All right, so for future reference, the back straight is after the Moss Corners, which is that really ugly double right hand
On the hill.
on the hill, where everyone goes flying into the wall.
The uphill.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've never raced here before, so.
Did the hypergrid really slow down?
A little bit.
No, we've been going slow the whole time.
Okay, because the GT's almost practically stopped, so we're still pretty stacked. Never mind.
Jerry's laying back to get a start, huh?
I may pull out of the race. I've got the exit to monitor window in front of me, and I can't get rid of it.
Do you have where's your cursor at? Is it on the main screen? Or is
You
it
have
on
a
a
mouse?
different screen?
Use your mouse.
I'm in VR. I have a cursor. I can move around. I can click on cancel, but it doesn't go away.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
Very
Sorry,
sorry.
Paul. We're so.
Ignore it.
All right.
I'll deal with it.
Ignore it. Just ignore it.
I'm gonna escape. We're gonna just do this quickly. Let him get back in, and we'll get going.
Copy that.
This gives me an opportunity. Oh, don't get me my
Wait.
idea.
We could stop where we are and let it get done.
Fuck.
Or are you done?
The problem is it's taking race time, so we couldn't just stop.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. No problem.
Thank you for doing
Don't
that.
apologize for S397.
Pay them
Okay.
fine.
Everyone's in. Everyone's in.
Oh, that was the first round.
Right. I'm going to move it to the next session, guys. Make sure you've got your set up. There's 3 minutes, so it's a 3-minute thing.
The part that really sucked is Paul accidentally took the wrong tires, and now he's gonna take the correct tires.
I didn't get it. Why the reset?
It was me. My VR was screwed up.
That was great.
My crew chief was at the wrong track.
That cracked me up. That was good. You took the wrong tires, and now he's having the right tires.
I've got sand in my swimming trunks.
What?
Oh, I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, that's ugly.
Yeah, but I think it's worse on the flip-flops when you walk like from the beach towards the restaurant side. Like when you try to put your flip-flops so you don't have like that sand around your feet, and then there is no shower close there where you can just dust it off, and you have to cross. the
So
street.
you're
Beans
telling
and Franks.
me-
Remember, Sands with beans and Franks.
So you're telling me the soles of your feet are more sensitive than your perineum?
No, I mean you go in, but no. If you do it right, you go into the beach, right, and then you
They
clean
make
yourself.
medicine for that.
You clean yourself up.
Yeah, it don't,
George
it
even
don't
has
lock
it
them
And then you
away.
come
right
out,
way
and
to
then
go
you
to the
don't
beach.
lie in the sand before you go
Matt,
out of the.
You gotta
out of-
remember, George is a tow guy.
I'm just not going there. Just not going there.
And Paul did change tires.
I thought he liked to lean on caster more.
Did
though.
it?
Gary, it's 1 minute and 24.
Little camber.
Yeah.
I'll take things I did not think Matthew was going to say today for 500.
Not going there.
Can next
Wait,
week's password be perineum, please?
Wait, are you telling me that somebody has a foot fetish? I could not believe it.
Wait, what?
Somebody on the internet?
Yeah, I know, right? Well, somebody in here, you know.
Yeah,
Somebody
George.
has a footish.
But this is the
Now
internet.
you can pass. Now you can pass on the backstrides.
Right. Exactly.
You mean
So
practice.
let's wait till we get through the Moss corner before we move up to the Hypercars. 45 seconds left, guys.
You mean you've never drank tequila off a girl's toes? Ooh, ooh, ooh.
So isn't it
How
nice?
does,
to
how
have
does the
the
tequila
Don't go
stay
further.
on the
Don't go
tires?
further.
I'll
30
do
seconds.
anything for love, but I won't do that.
That's the line, huh?
Yeah.
That's the line in the toes in the sand.
Tequila toes is the line, yes.
Yeah, that's the line in the sand.
Did you ever
Not
get your
even have an idea
birthday?
if there is- it's
15
tequila
seconds.
toast.
Do you ever get your birthday in a topless bar?
Not my birthday, but I have been. in a
What does
couple
my
of
birthday
parties.
have to do with appetizers?
You know, 5
Okay,
seconds.
guys. 4, 2, and we're going. Remember, just easy off.
We're going about 70, 75 miles per hour.
60.
We work in
My bad.
metric.
Okay.
Oh, Alex is stalled. Slow down. Slow down.
Sorry.
Leg.
Jesus.
Not only your body was
Monitor hour.
broken, not your car.
We're good now.
Just
Drive stick. For the first time.
Yeah, my bad. It's been a while.
Thanks again, Matthew.
Yeah, no problem.
Did you successfully exit to monitor?
Yeah, I'm all set now.
With new tires.
The correct ones, apparently.
He probably had qualifying fuel on.
Everybody gets a freebie.
Hey, we need fuel?
Which means, Norm, did you put the right fuel amount this time?
Hell if I know.
Hey, Mac, that's a nice looking car you got.
Yeah, I had to put it in because it's a special Canadian honorary tribute livery.
Thank you.
What's it, full of smoke?
Oh, well, that's ours.
It's not a Ferrari.
Yeah.
You mad?
He meant an F430. We're okay.
GT's left.
Yep.
Yeah, Paul, I know this guy that beats liveries. Does a pretty good job.
Eduardo, I'd head to the left if I were you.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, guys. Looks like we're ready to go. So Mike's off and have a good one.
outside of corner right.
in now, Paul.
Okay.
Did it work?
It did.
Sorry, I didn't get far enough over.
No, that's good. I'm getting fueled.
Huge crash, turn, sector 1.
Two cars off, exit to turn 3 and the 4.
Sorry.
Wow.
Little dangerous.
Sorry.
Whoa.
Powder spit in.
John, this is Eugene. I'll be pitting next lap.
Okay, sounds good.
Stuart, I'm coming in this lap.
George, I'm pitting now.
Copy.
Me, I'm pitting in about 4 minutes.
Sorry, Jerry.
Me, I'm pitting now.
Turns are good.
George, I'm pitting again.
Okay. Let me know when you're out.
Me, I'm leaving the pits.
Slow car, driver's left, back straight.
George, I'm out of the pits.
Copy.
Slow car coming out of turn 1.
Slow car, turn 1.
Turn 1.
Disabled car, driver's left, turn 1.
I'm slow going through the track.
Loose wheel, turn 1.
Last corner.
That was deliberate.
That was not deliberate.
Guys, no more talking, please.
Sorry, Mark, screen freeze.
Ooh, 5A, be very careful. Do not move, guys. Turn 3. Slow car back straight, stay right.
Hey, great race, guys. That was about as exciting as everyone thought it would be. Mia, Daniel, and Mike rounding out the Hypercar top three. Well done, Mia, just a little ahead of Dan. And then Vinicius Concalves and Felipe were the top two. And then Liney Hall coming in behind for the Hypercar podium in the AM. And I'm losing it already. It's already changed over. And I can't get down to who was in the GT side.
Eugene got GTM.
Well done, Eugene. And I just can't get down to who got the GT win.
Yeah, Johnny.
Well done, Johnny. So good race. Lots of entertainment out there. Lots of cars all over the place too, which made it very exciting throughout the race. I'm sure that there'll be some activity looking over the GCR afterwards. I do have to apologize. I'm not sure who it was I goinked in the first of the Moss corner. I came up on the inside and didn't do it nicely, so I apologize to that GT.
I got connection loss lap 3. Went 3 laps down.
No.
Yeah, you still managed to finish ahead of me.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was in 33rd and came back to 10th, so I'll take it.
Nice. Nicely done.
Yeah, but Matt, you crashed 2 times, right?
I got banged once, and then there was someone sitting in the middle of T1 that I couldn't avoid.
You hit me, yeah.
Was it you?
Yeah. I was.
What were you doing in the middle of the road? So slow.
Well, I was not slow. I was stalled.
What happened was
you were stalled.
Yeah, so I was going into the lap traffic, then I backed out because I couldn't make it there, and then he grabbed the inside curb, so the car pitched, the car yawed, and then I think I had Franco Alvarez behind me. He tapped, and then that spun the car, and then immediately I was trying to clutch in, but it was too late. The car was stalled, and then I stalled immediately on the racing line at the middle of the turn 1. I think Mike Bell passed me just by a fraction of a hair.
Yeah.
And then I tried to get it going as fast as I can so I could get out of the way. And yeah.
No.
And then you came just on my right rear, right?
Yeah, I thought I'd gotten by you. You suddenly just sort of appeared. I didn't get a yellow flag, and it was like, oh man.
Really?
No, I don't think I saw a yellow flag anyway.
Fun racing, Lanny.
That's what pisses me off. When there is supposed to be a proper yellow flag for our factory, it doesn't display it, and then the other.
I'm happy with the second. I have to come now to the hospital 2 times in 2 weeks and fight for the top 1, top 2 in my class. I'm really happy. Thank you, team.
Yeah, well
just
done.
please don't hit me next time, Felipe.
George?
Yes?
I am sorry for that. You got the curve, you went sideways. I brake, but I just stopped your back and you went around. So
Yeah, I don't think that this was recovered. It was an unavoidable incident, what it was called.
even though I brake, I just barely tapped your back and
Yeah, because I was braking the car to lose speed, right? So prevent the
Yes.
slide, but then you were catching me up. So yeah, it was just a kerfuffle of like 3-4 cars there, and then I cleared the first 2, and then there were like the other 2, and it's like, all right, they went wide, but then they start closing in on turn 1. And I'm like, okay, let's back it up because I had a good race before then.
I had like I think I had at least 3 close calls with GTs that would like spin in front of me, and as they started rotating around, I'm like, I've got to boot it, and I think there was one where I was at least a few inches away from being taken out. Holy crap!
The battle with Mike and Kirby at the end was very entertaining.
Yeah, I was slow, so I used less fuel, and then I saw I had a couple extra laps. So I thought, fuck it, I'm not gonna change tires for the final stop.
Almost worked, didn't it?
Well, I was leading with 4 minutes to go.
I know,
but it's a shame when you're like 4 seconds a lap off the pace. You can't really do a whole lot.
I don't know, when she stuffed it on the inside though, that all-wheel drive, you just floored it and the car straightened itself out. I said like, yeah. I bet he's
Yeah.
smiling right there.
There's not much. I really like how the Ferrari drives, but racing it seems to be quite difficult. But the four-wheel drive is a blessing when that happens because you can just give it a bootful and it sort of saves itself.
Yeah. Came out of corner 8 and the track was blocked. Jeez.
I just want to say I'm sorry to anybody I got sketchy around. I just was driving like a retard.
You passed me
it's
fine.
a close track.
It's a fast track. It's a long track, but it's very fast, so it doesn't take long to do a lap.
Yeah, and narrow.
Ooh. Just a quick question to the stewards in here. Rule of overlap, is it to the driver or to the rear wheel or something different?
Front wheel to the head of the driver.
Okay.
That's
Just
when
like
you have a side-by-side. Anything other than that, if the front wheel, like, so if your front wheel is ahead of theirs, you're overlapped, but it's not side-by-side, right?
Okay. Yeah, good. Because there's this incident that I'm just looking at now, and my front wheel, not the axle, but the front of the front wheel is just ahead of the driver. So
it wouldn't pass.
Yeah, you have to have your axle at their head to be side-by-side. If it's anything less than that, then you're overlapped, and they have the right to pick a line.
Yeah, you only want to dive front engine cars because the driver sits a little bit further back.
Oh no, yeah, I know that. I was just going for the lead, and I sort of had to go, and I dove it in. Or I didn't really dive it in. I sort of just got it in there. It was way on the inside, and whoever I was trying to overtake took the normal. It was at turn 1, so he took the normal racing line. So it wasn't like he put me into the wall or did anything. He just had momentum, and it didn't affect him at all, but it spun me completely out into the wall. So
No, it did very much affect me. It was what George said, so I gave it a bootful, and the four-wheel drive saved me. Had I been a rear-wheel drive, that would have taken me out as well.
Correct. Yeah.
Matthew.
Yes, sir.
At the end, it was fun there, but you kept getting the traffic passed by the end of the back straight, and I caught everybody every lap.
Yeah, it was the one time that worked out for me. Normally, I'd be got by a GT, and whoever I was trying to pull away from would catch up, and it's like, here we go again.
Yeah, that was a pretty
this
fun
time
race.
we got it all.
It's nerve-wracking as hell, but it was fun.
Yeah.
Actually,
yeah, it was nerve-wracking.
Actually, I just realized. Actually, yeah. Don't worry. I think I just answered my own question to what I was going to ask.
All right. I'll see you all in a few minutes.
Oh. Well, Mia, Mike, I wish I could.
You know what? I will.
Battling with you guys.
I will comment though. I didn't know we were racing touring cars. I will say though, some of the GT traffic, it was a typical multi-class thing. GT traffic didn't like, especially out of like turn 1 and the last corner. A lot of the GTs from some of them, they were like expecting us to go around the outside, but then we'd dive the inside. But like, yeah. Awkward
I had
things.
that happen on the backstretch. I don't know who it was with. It may have been Eric. It was someone in a Lexus. I went to the outside and they were outside and then just hit the brakes and were like dead stop going into the fast right-hander after the straight. So I locked up the brakes and went straight into the wall.
Ooh. Oh, were you trying to go around the outside there?
Yeah, I was gonna go around the outside because everyone was stacked up on the inside, and I forgot who it was in front of me. Someone in a prototype. And I was just kind of coming around, and someone in a Lexus was just stopped, like not stopped, but just full lock on the outside as I was trying to go around, and I didn't see it because it was just last second. So I missed them, but I locked the brakes up right into the wall over there, so then I had damage the rest of the race.
I lost my force feedback with about 3 laps to go going on that last right-hander there, and I didn't hit the wall, but I mowed all the grass.
Oh, that's nothing.
I will say though, who was it? Yeah, might I say, very round of applause to Mac, because me and Mike are having our second go at getting the lead. Mike goes around the outside. Mac's like nearly in the middle. I'm just like, you know what? There's a gap here. I'm gonna go to the inside. I must be thinking the very dirty pants he had after that.
I saw you guys coming. I was like, oh boy, I gotta stay steady. And you guys went just zoomed like equally past both sides, and I just better stay in the middle. And then Kirby was behind.
Yeah, I saw the gap and I'm like, if this GT stays here, this is mine. And you stayed there, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, if I didn't, I would have taken one of you guys would have crashed into me, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that in real life. Go around a car like that. So me on the left side, another guy on the right side that was racing, passing a car in the middle. That's always fun.
But at the end, I thought it was clean.
Clean like gasoline. Or something.
Yeah, Mac, I don't know if it was you that passed outside of corner 2.
I don't know.
near the end there, you drive a green BM, right? Beamer? Yeah, I passed one of the Beamer around the outside of corner 2. It was unintentional. It was just a speed difference. No problem.
Oh, I remember. No, that was all good.
Cool.
Mac and I had the 2 green BMWs together for a while.
Yeah, I saw that. That was
Yeah,
very
we're
cool.
doing all right for a while.
Yeah, you made the stream run a nose to tail for a couple of laps.
Yeah, and then everything went to crap at the pit stops for me.
Yeah, pit stop
Just spawn at the beginning of the backstretch, Paul.
Who was that? Was that Franco?
Yes.
Yeah, that was good.
I was catching you, and all of a sudden you disappear, and I saw some grass. So.
Hey, there was some incident at the top of the hill with those 2 sharp, ugly right-handers.
Yeah,
and a couple cars are out, and then some, I think it was Kelly in a Lexus, and just rolled all the way onto the and fully took me out.
Yeah, that was my bad. The VR headset cut out in like halfway through the corner, and then I had to control delete out of the R factor.
Oh man, that sucks. Yeah, it spun me out. You tagged my rear. The car is rolling down the whole hill.
Sorry about that.
Hardware.
And Mac, I got you at the corner 5 as well, and that was we were coming up on a slow-moving hypercar coming into turn 5, and you got past it, and I had to like cut in tight right to avoid it, and I was braking, and I ended up coming up the inside of you coming into turn 5, so pushed you off. Sorry about that.
Oh yeah, that was a close one. I almost, I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna get taken out.
5A and 5B.
I got back because Maya ended up trying to pass a hyper that was passing me in turn 5, so I got the domino effect there and ended up off.
Hey, but that was a good save by you there.
Yeah, I had a few saves tonight.
Bah, that's it. It was fun, guys. Have a nice evening.
Yeah, see you, Jill.
Yeah.
Take care, Jill.
Alec?
Yep. Yep.
That's what you get for driving the WeatherTech livery.
Yes! Go, Jerry!
Oh, that's
That was
cool.
the last laugh, yeah.
I was so mad, dude. I was Mike and I were actually I was running like a second or so behind Mike and Mia. And I started like slowly gaining on Mike, but not too
Oh, was
much. We
that at
kind
the
of had an
start?
easy pace. Yeah, at the start,
I
and
did wonder
we
what happened to you because I
yeah
didn't spot anything.
we went into the corner after the straight, and on my screen, Mike went off into the wall, and I said, "Oh, I got P3," and then I went down the front stretch, and I got a black screen and connection lost.
Oh, rip.
So I came back into the race 3 laps down in like 33rd, I think. So, and then I came back up to 10th, but in the middle of the race, so someone Alexis was stopped, so I went into the wall and had damage. So my only goal once I came back was just try and pass as many hypercars as I could, mainly Ross and George.
Ross, you there?
I'm here.
Man, did you use the setup I put for Mosport?
No, I used PD face.
Did you have problems with it?
No, it's smooth. I couldn't
No, you were
Tokyo
running.
drift around every corner like Daniel was.
You could or you couldn't.
Could not, but I don't know anyone who can. Dude was
So
like,
hold on. My setup, it was the worst setup I've ever driven in my entire life.
glad I didn't drive it.
It was the loosest car I have ever had. And as the wear was going, the car was not getting understeer. I was like, now it's gonna come, now it's gonna come, now it's gonna come. So the car is gonna get balanced. Nope. I was like full on my bars, full on the TC, and the shit was still loose. I think you're gonna like that shit. If like you want turning, the thing was turning. Like I had I double stinted the softs, okay? And I don't know if I could actually triple stint them because I could not, I was hoping with the wear that the car will understeer. And it was coming, but it was so slow. Like every lap it was getting faster because it was just a little bit more understeer, but it was just so slow. Like it was not coming in. And I said like, well, now it's gonna come, like the tire is like worn at 80%. Now the understeer is gonna kick in. Now the understeer is gonna kick in. Now we're finally gonna have pace. Nope. It was like loose as the beginning. It just maintained that stupid ass shit balance that I never managed to get off in practice. Because in practice, you push the car and you burn a little bit the front tires, and then after like lap 6, 7 of like very much understeer, and then the front tire wear is basically garbage, so you have to pit and change tires. But this was with the traffic here, this was not the case, and because you were backing up and you were keeping temperature on the tires, on the like you were not overheating them, you couldn't get the understeer to kick in. So if you don't like having understeer, that's the setup you should try. I went all the way down up to 68% on brake bias to generate heat on the fronts and burn them up, and they were still not burning. So I don't know what's going on, but I did not enjoy that race because it was just basically holding up on the car rather than fighting. And then because everybody had to pit every time for tires, I was making positions because I was hoping by not pitting that the car will understeer, and it never did.
Was that kind of the strategy? Everyone kind of took tires every stop?
No,
No.
I took tires on my first stop and 0 on the second.
I did
That
the
was going to be
same
my
as,
strategy.
I did the same as Norm. I went tires on the first stop and then nothing on the second one.
Yeah, see, I went
because
opposite.
the second one was
I went opposite. I did no tires first stop and then tires on my last stop.
I think the Ferrari might have been a little bit frugal with its fuel, so I got an extra lap height of the tank per stint. Maybe it's just me being a bit on the slow side in the
Conservative
race,
side.
but
Yeah.
but
I think traffic
I
helped a
got
lot
to my
too.
second stop and I'm thinking, well, I'm pitting with like 14 minutes left on the clock. Like, I'm not gonna change tires for this. Like, that's a bit silly. Like, I could just accept third place, or I could just sort of shoot for the moon and hope something happens. And well, I mean, it didn't happen in the end. But it was worth a shot, I think.
Yeah, because at least when you go for it, the worst you'll do unless you mess up is third.
Yeah.
So you might as well.
Sorry, I'm new here.
Yeah.
Was it Brian?
Yeah, Brian.
Yeah, because he was like, he was over. Well, he was almost he was the car in front of me when I came in the pits, but he was basically gonna be the car that I had to worry about because he'd done his second stop already, and the two guys between us hadn't. So I thought, okay, I got the best part of a lap here. I'm just gonna, if it goes wrong, then it goes wrong, but I gotta try and see it out. So not a huge amount of danger from behind it unless I turn into a potato. So go for it and see what happens.
We'll just see what happens. Saturday will be different for you.
Is it?
Well, that
Oh
would,
yes.
that
Also,
would definitely would
It's gonna
definitely be cool.
be drenched, apparently.
Because we put a few laps
that's
in today.
bullshit. I
Yeah.
call bullshit on that. It was 70% for today's race, and when I came home, it said 0.
Because you came home.
I mean,
That-
it's a weather forecast. You don't be, there's certain places in the world where you just like whatever the weather forecast says, you laugh and bet on anything but that.
I don't know. Wherever I am, the weather forecast is baking sunny hot. Even at Le Mans, the whole track was drenched. At Tetra Rouge, where I was watching, bone fucking dry. Unfucking believable.
Are you sure that there's not like some little fairy on a cloud above you just causing a drought within a 15-mile radius of wherever you happen to be?
Sure.
Well, Matthew, I want to say the car was great.
Good. Yeah, I enjoyed the car too. You drive it better than me, but I enjoyed it too. I thought it worked out really well. So that I'll give kudos to Jerry on that because he's getting it down.
Car was great. It still a little bit of front wear, but I feel like kind of that was from everybody probably suffered a little bit from that.
Yeah, I think the strategy of the way we put that together and your suggestion worked out really well, and it worked well for Jerry too. So
yep.
Yeah,
God damn.
car was great.
Who made the setup?
Jerry made
did
it,
the
and
base-
then
yeah,
I tweaked it just a little bit.
Yeah.
Good
Another
old
member of
Jerry.
the
Even
team, huh?
after Rusty, he comes in, killer setup, everybody faster than him. Yeah, the classic.
Yes.
Join
Everybody
the
goes
club,
faster
man.
than me in my setup.
What's that?
Everybody goes faster than me in my setup.
Yeah. Tell me about it too.
Yeah, but I always
Join
finish
the
behind
club.
you, don't I?
That's because you still do overtones. You still do them, although you
Well,
said
nailing nailing a dead car in the middle of the track as I come over a crest, I don't consider an Overton.
That's an Angelides.
That's an
Well,
Angelides.
but the thing is, you were dead before that.
No,
Yes,
I
you
was
were.
doing fine.
You were like
I
in
was catching
12th
you.
place. You were in
No,
12th.
no, I went to 12th after I nailed you.
Did you used to be a racing driver like us, and then you took a George to the face?
Took a George to the face.
Matthew, was that you that got clobbered down in turn 1?
Yes. He clobbered
Yeah.
me, but he also
Yeah.
got clobbered because of that.
Yeah, I had a hypercar come in and push me wide. I saw you, and I was on the binders. It looked like I had a hole to go through, and he clipped the back if he had slammed you into the wall and closed my gap, and I tapped you there.
By that point, it was all done. No worries.
Yeah, I figured
No
if
worries.
I got your will, I might be able to throw it back at you.
That wasn't my wheel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Nacella. Wow. No, he got it down. Deep Miller.
I need to fuck
I'm
this
just
much.
looking at the most consistent.
Most consistent.
And interesting names there. So Johnny got the top, was not surprised. Then Steve Miller came in second.
What did I come in second for?
As most
Consistency.
consistent. Yeah.
Consistency.
And then Mac and Vinicius de Oliveira, and then Eduardo.
Yeah, it's always going to be a GT for the most part.
Yeah, but here's the funny thing. I look at the top 5 of the hypercars, and despite all my troubles, I ended up top hypercar consistency, followed by Norm, another Vinicius, Concavi this time, and then Alec in there, and then Lanny.
Well, Alec doesn't count. I mean, he spent like half the race in the
Yeah, he
pit.
only did like 4 laps.
No, he finished 96% of the race, so he's still well up there. So he still counted points, which means you can count him for the consistency.
I'm filing RR.
Well, he's not getting any points. What are you filing an RR about?
Because it's not fair.
Oh, God. Please don't start.
I'm going to file for a delay.
Yeah. So yeah, the time I finish the top of the consistency standings for my class, it doesn't matter.
Who are the top 5 hypercar consistent?
Me, Norm, Vinicius, Alec, Lanny, and then Ross is 6th, Brian is 7th, Jerry is 8th, Daniel is 9th, and where's George? George doesn't get any. Oh, there he is. There he is. No, we won't talk about George.
Is it like very low because of the DNF issue?
Well, it's just very low.
How far down the order was Mike?
Pardon me?
How far down the order was Mike in the
Mike,
consistency?
Mia and Mike were pretty close, neck and neck, 12th and 13th. Daniel was 9th.
What was the actual gap between
In timing or consistency?
in consistency for Mike?
Oh, you were 3.179 and Mia was 3.103. So I mean, you were running.
I'm surprised I kept that within 3 seconds. Within
No. That's
like,
the deviation. Like this is the
Yeah.
average deviation from driver's fastest lap,
Yeah,
right?
that's
So
what
I
I
don't
mean.
worry about the overall deviation. If I went back to that for the fastest lap, so Mia set the fastest lap, and her average deviation was 3.1 from the fastest lap. Yours was 3.7.
Well, you got to remember as well that would have been
nice.
Got to remember as well that would be affected by traffic. So.
Oh yeah,
be
I mean
different on pace.
exactly. So I mean, there's it's just interesting there in terms of how traffic has an impact.
Me and Daniel had 20 laps led.
Password.
I will not doubt you.
CMS.
Yeah, 20 laps led. Mike, he had 10, and Brian snuck in there for 1.
Yeah. He got that cheeky lap because his pit box is far enough down the pit lane that he, when he pitted, he got across the line.
Well,
Right, well, I'm
guys,
gonna
I'm
go
gonna head out of here. You guys have fun on Saturday. Wish I could be there.
Where are you gonna be?
Nice race.
I've got a Porsche local club meet on Saturday morning at Cars and Coffee.
Oh, that sounds like fun. We've got minis at the Glen.
Nice. Yeah, I'm taking a 1970 Porsche 911T to it, so it'll be fun.
Hey, my parents are coming, and I think we're gonna be here for the Indy Grand Prix, race 2.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's gonna be the first time I'm gonna take my parents to the racetrack.
Nice.
They're gonna absolutely hate it, but I just can't wait for it. They will never want to go to a racetrack with me ever again. But it's gonna be a blast for one day.
Are they Lamborghini fans?
No, it's because that I think it's gonna happen. What happened with my brother? That he was remotely interested, and then he went to a racetrack with me, and he has like this massively obsessed guy talking all the time about cars and every single detail that he doesn't care about. And then he just becomes too overwhelming and says like, you know what? I hate cars. I don't want to see ever a car again in my life. So we went through that stage with my brother, and I think for 5-6 years he didn't want to talk anything about cars. And then slowly he was asking some questions when he was buying his first car. Then I learned to just only respond on the questions that have been asked. So then somehow we ended up going into camping at the Watkins Glen for the 6 hours. Again, only responding to the questions asked. Which surprisingly went well. And then now he's in Long Beach, obviously, and then we go to the Grand Prix every year, and he seems to like, he enjoys that, and I put him into IMSA again, and he enjoys that too. So yeah, I mean, it's getting better, but obviously not giving him all of it. So yeah, we'll see.
Alrighty, guys. We all have a good one. I'll see you guys again. Hopefully
Yeah,
next
I look forward to seeing you back out there, man.
See you, bud.
Yeah.
See ya.
Next week, Alec.
Was that?
Next week, Monza.
Next week, Monza? Should be there, hopefully. I'm in the process of moving, so we'll see. But
Where are you moving
if
to?
I can...
New house, man.
Yeah, we just got a new house a couple minutes down the road. So my girlfriend and I and Josh, who's my best friend and gonna be my roommate.
So right now, remind me. Right now, you're staying.
I'm with my grandparents right now since I moved
I
back
see.
while we were waiting on the house being built.
Yeah, I see.
Since I moved back, so I think the reason I actually got connection lost tonight is we have some family in, so I think there's like 62 devices connected to the Wi-Fi, and it just destroyed it.
Oh my god.
So yeah. Real quick, has anyone here seen National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation?
Oh yeah.
Okay, you know Cousin Eddie?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cousin Eddie. Yeah.
Yeah, so imagine if Cousin Eddie came to your house, but he had 9 kids.
How many pets? How many animals?
No animals, but 9
Okay.
kids, ages 5 to 22. That's how many people are in my house right now.
Wow.
Run, just run.
Yeah, so I'm lucky. I've been working and then going to my shop every night, so I don't really have to deal with them too much. So, but yeah. So, yeah. But alrighty, yeah, no, I'll see you guys hopefully next week, and then hopefully can get back in the saddle and do more races with you.
See you. Take care, bud.